Industry about to replace Diddy with Cenat. I can see it already. I mean, every celebrity right now is answering to Cenat like he's a Diddy. You know how people used to go to Diddy and just in situations, whether it's the studio, a television show, and just talk to him and talk about different things. That's how it is right now with a lot of celebrities that go talk to Cenat. They talk to him as if he's the new Diddy. I mean, there's no denying it right now. And I'm not saying like the new Diddy as far as charges and everything else. I'm talking about Diddy. Like right now, he's being treated as he's bigger than Diddy. Like or on the same level. Everybody that Diddy can get on the phone or get to come over to their place or to his place during the time that he was at his height last year before he had these charges. These are the same kind of people that's going around Casanat. It's not a different thing. They're just replacing a new face. From the way I seen things, they know what time it is when it comes to these guys. That's why a lot of these streamers, I don't know if these guys are some kids who related to some of these rich industry people or they're just connections. One thing I have realized is these guys be doing a lot of funny style stuff. They be doing a lot of stuff to where it's like borderline bisexual stuff they do on the streams. And I think that's one of the criteria because when they had some videos of a lot of these streamers doing, bisexual things, they'll be like, oh, it's just, they're making jokes or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all said the same thing about Diddy. It seems like a lot of these guys got to swing both ways to even be around that type of activity. So when they say, oh, man, I don't know why Diddy, like, bro, sometimes you gotta actually, to be in that role, you gotta either have some dirt on you or you gotta be on some funny style stuff to where you swing both ways and everything like that. Stuff that don't have nothing to do with talent, the industry, followers, streams, none of that stuff. So for them to be like, oh, well, streaming, first of all, streaming just became a thing recently during the pandemic. People been streaming, like T-Pain said, I've been streaming since like 2011 or something, 2010. I've been on Twitch ever since then. But nobody thought about him being on Twitch because he don't fit the criteria that everybody else fits when it comes to the industry stuff. But people try to make it seem like, and then Casa not the same guy that's talking about, man, they don't got no culture in America. But you sitting around here making all the money off the culture that people don't even want you in. A culture that you don't even like and respect. So this is a job to him. This is just a hustle. Ain't no other way he can make no money. He can't talk about where he from and get some money. He can't do it or where his people from. He can't dance to their type of music all day. The music where from the country he's from and make a lot of money off of it. So they forcing guys on there. First of all, they don't want people who actually from here to be in a role like Casanat. If they do get someone like that, they're gonna get a Diddy. And right now, he's the new Diddy. I'm looking at how all these OGs answering to him like he the big man on campus. I'm like, what? They talking to him like he Leo Cohen or something, like he's Jeff Bezos or. I'm like, why are they answering to him? I'm talking about he get everybody on the stream. Kevin Hart on there. Man, it's dudes that Kevin Hart that came in the game with. They can't get Kevin Hart to pull up and work with them right now. He got people he done came in the game with. People that discovered him. They can't get him to do some work right now. But they'll turn around and be like, well, we're going to have Casanat on here with Kevin Hart. We're going to have Snoop Dogg on here. It's the same thing, man. Same thing Diddy was doing. Having Kevin Hart over or Diddy, or Snoop. I'm telling you, he the replacement. I see it already. And they make these guys. People are saying, well, he got famous off streams and everything. Only kids know him. How do you go from kids only knowing you as your fan base to then you doing adult stuff on your stream? Then you bringing adults that none of these kids know. These kids ain't grow up on no Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart. You got to think about Kevin Hart was popular like 15 years ago. So the same Kevin Hart now, he ain't the same one from 15 years ago. So people will be like, well, that's Kevin Hart. These kids don't, these are kids. Y'all gotta understand that these are kids. Most of these kids, they grew up on Cenat. And Cenat's not an old guy. So for him to be around right now, going from different people's parties, whether it's Kanye West's daughter or anybody else, come on, man, moving like a Diddy. I'm like, bro, this dude got to be at every big party, every big event. He's on commercials. I'm like, man, I know guys that been streaming and getting followers and everything for years. I ain't never seen nobody get no endorsement deals, no T-Mobile deals because they a big streamer. Don't make a lot of sense in my eyes. And I think streaming is a new way to kind of, like I said, replace guys like Diddy. You don't have to go to a Diddy or a record label or stuff to get your music out now. You could just stream it, get it on streaming. That's why a lot of people are going away from the streaming thing, because they see that it's a game at the end of the day. A lot of people, they can literally just pick people, which I feel like they have been doing over the years. But man, I've been looking around, I'm like, man, who's the celebrity's favorite go-to spot right now? Like, why are they all going to the same spot? Nicki Minaj. Like, look at the celebrities. Everybody that used to be around Diddy. Nicki Minaj. Every celebrity. So, I'm definitely looking at that with a side eye. Like, I can't believe that people are actually, kneeling to this guy. And don't care. But that's the new industry, though. I feel like they picking guys that's puppets, using them, and for a lot of other things too. They like these little boy toy type of guys, and that's what they roll with. But the way these guys act and play these little games with each other, nah, that's not something I roll with. But when you have guys like Casanat or whatever, they gonna see in the future, man. It's not a good look. Definitely not a good look.